Hey, I have a good question for you today. If you stop working today, how long do you think you can survive? This is a good question, right? So after thinking about it, let's say you found a number 3 month, 6 month, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. Doesn't really matter. Now with that number, ask yourself how you can extend it to eternity, meaning how you can stop working forever without ever worrying about money again. If you like this channel, please subscribe and like this. To answer this question, we must learn what the rich dad teaches to their kid, not what the poor dad teaches. What then the rich dad teaches to their kid, you may ask? First, let's compare the rich dad and the poor dad's teaching. The poor dad's teaching is simple. Go to school, good thing. Have good grade, good thing. Find a good, secure job where you can work forever and ever. At the opposite, the rich dad teaches, go to school, good. Have strong financial education, what is this? And know the difference between an asset and a liability. What is this? Basically, the big difference between the rich dad and the poor dad teachings are the poor dads acquire liability. What is the definition of this? They buy something that takes money out of their pocket. The rich dad acquires assets, meaning they buy something that puts money in their pockets. Do you understand the big difference? The poor dad buy things that takes money out of their pocket, and the rich dad buys something that puts money in their pocket. Consequently, the rich dad teaches to not work for money ever, but to let money work for you. Meaning having multiple employees. Each dollar is an employee. How can you do this? Good question. Education system today teaches people to become good employees, meaning find a way to work for someone else. Do not try to create something by yourself, as this is risky, meaning you should be safe in life. Do not take much risk, especially with money. This is scary. This type of life look like this, and you may recognize yourself. Go to work every day, work hard, and look forward for your next paycheck. You will deserve it, right? Once you receive that paycheck, save a little bit, only if you can. What is saving? Let's call it 10%. Pay your bills. Yes, we have bills. Spend everything else, meaning try to enjoy your life. Then start this circle over again for the rest of your life. This sounds like your life, right? Yeah. This is basically the definition of the rat race according to Robert Kiyosaki. Going around and around and around in this vicious circle forever and ever and ever and ever. What do you achieve in this lifestyle and philosophy? Well, let's think about it. Your employer become rich, not you. Your employers have nice toys and a comfy retirement, not you. Please subscribe to this channel and like this button so that we can continue this journey together. The mantra, the motto we have today is go to school, study hard, get a good job, does not work anymore. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't go to school, but to study the right thing, to ensure you will have a financial education. Let's understand why the concept of the school system does not work anymore. The foundation of the public school system was put in place, believe it or not, in 1837 in Massachusetts by Morris men. The system was created to fix a very specific problem. At and before that time, the society requires people to know mostly only agriculture, but they realized that the industrialization would require different skill. So they implemented the school system with a fixed curriculum to learn what they believed at the time would be required. And this is the same system that we have today. Of course, the curriculum changed a bit over time, but the concept is the same, meaning everyone learned pretty much the same thing based on the country where you live in. The main logic behind the system was the following. They needed employees to increase production and to satisfy the demand as population was growing. They needed employees to perform specific skill without thinking outside the box. Crazy things. They only needed production and performance for the employees. In return, these systems give you a good education, and if you succeed in the system, you would be hired, have a good job, work hard every day, perform. With a good studying habit at school, you would eventually be promoted. As promotion accumulate, your pay would increase naturally, and eventually you would reach financial comfort, or perhaps even significant wealth. This concept and system was good for many decades, but unfortunately, today, unless you move from job to job, the salary raises are minimal, barely keeping with inflation, basically 2% in average per year. Company offering fully paid pension plans are rare, to not say not existing. Due to the new technologies and computers, employees need to constantly update their skills that were not taught at the time they were at school. So what do? The job that you can't perform in the same ways for decades do not exist anymore. Therefore, the previous paradigm is broken. By following this way of life, you cannot become wealthy. You will not have a comfortable retirement. Now, in all fairness, this is not your fault. The current school system does not teach us the necessary skill to become financially independent. There is nothing about a true financial education at school today, neither how to have an entrepreneurial spirit. These topics are only taught in specific programs. MBA, business sort of skill. But even if it's not your fault, you own to yourself to change the situation and to become financially independent, which is our goal. Again, if you like this channel, subscribe and like this video. Your current job or any other job, for the matter of the fact, will most likely never get you wealthy nor financially independent. Think about our first question today. If you stop working today, how long do you think you can survive? Few months, few years, doesn't really matter. Think about our main goal. The goal is to have enough wealth to stop working and to never have to worry about money again. How can you achieve that? From the paycheck you receive today, from your regular job, instead of acquiring liabilities, you must acquire assets, something that to put money in your pocket. A clue about this? Let's think about it. Your personal home, condo, the place where you live today, it's not an asset, contrary to what people are telling you today, even at the banks. Let's understand more about liabilities and assets in our next video, which will be the rat race part 2, the problem. Subscribe to this channel and like it. And let's continue walking this journey together and find a way to become financially independent. Thank you. Have a good day and see you next time.